Hey everybody, day 184, sticks and stones. I used to really let things people say to me bother me. So if someone would insult me or call me a name or something like that, it used to really piss me off. I'd get angry, I'd argue and shout back and scream. Nowadays, people who know me say that I'm quite calm and I don't let things get to me. And I heard a great quote the other day which really summed things up. It was, words will only hurt you to the extent that you believe that they are true. Which is why if you, for example, call a fat person fat, they'll probably be very upset. Whereas if you call someone muscular, who's muscular fat, they'll probably just laugh at you and tell you to piss off, unless they've got body dysmorphia or something like that. But you get the idea of what I'm trying to say. When I started doing this project, I was very aware that putting myself out there on the internet, you know, I've become prone to hate comments and that. Who doesn't? You know, on my Instagram and, you know, on my YouTube, and most of the comments have been overwhelmingly positive. You know, sometimes I do get the odd thing like, you know, people saying, you know, that I don't know what you're talking about, him, he's a wanker, or, you know, I get people criticising, and I just brush it off because, you know, I don't believe it's true. You know, and I know it's not true, and so, you know, I know therefore in my heart that they're just saying things that, you know, it has no meaning. I don't pay it no mind. You know, it's like the old saying, a lion doesn't care for the opinions of a sheep, or shouldn't care for the opinions of a sheep, or whatever, but you get what I'm trying to say. You know, so yeah, that's my advice for today. You know, people out there are going to say things and try and get a rise out you and piss you off, and, you know, it just needs to be water off a duck's back. Just brush it off. You know, and if somebody does say something and it upsets you, you know, maybe they've done you a favour to some extent. You know, if somebody calls someone fat, you know, maybe it makes them realise, hey, actually, yeah, I'm fat and I need to do something about it, and they can get to the gym or get a personal trainer or something like that. You know, life's full of lessons, and that could potentially be one of them. You know, whatever triggers you, that's where you need to, you know, address. So yeah, that's my advice for today. Thanks for joining me. Catch you all tomorrow.